What's up, Raiders? It's your boy, Groovinator here, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Alita Battle Angel. Based on all of your requests, I did go out and see the movie, and I absolutely loved it. You guys were 100% correct. I want to admit, though, that I'm not really used to doing video reviews. Usually when I do reviews, I like to sit down and write things out and collect my thoughts and make things, unfold in a natural pace. So this is the first time I've actually ever just done a review without actually writing anything. So bear with me. I'm a better writer than I am a speaker. But let's get to, first of all, I want to talk about the things I didn't like, because I promise you it's a very short list. My only complaints were that this movie is episodic in nature. It's designed to be a series. There's good and bad to that. The good is that I believe, now I've never read the comic book or the manga, whatever you want to call it. I believe that the movie unfolds at a pretty decent pace. It's easy to follow. The story is pretty decent. I kind of wish there was more story to it. Some of the things unfold a little bit muddled, and then not everything is completely revealed. So it's designed to tell you more as things go, and that I can understand. My other minor complaint is the music. I think they could have done a lot more with this because the action was really intense. There's music there. It's mostly orchestral, but I think maybe a movie like this would have benefited from like maybe more of like an electronic soundtrack, or I was thinking more along the lines of like Brad Fidel. I think that would have been better if there was like a memorable hook to the action to where something would be playing in your head after you left. Like, I mean, you could have even done orchestral, but the music's there. It's not all that memorable. It doesn't stay with you after you leave the theater. Like when you say go see the Avengers and you hear that dun 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 dun, that sticks in your head. Lita could have benefited from something like that. So, but that's all the bad I really have. Now let's get into the good stuff, okay? Really, absolutely love the special effects. Lots of really interesting work with the cyborgs and the robots and the world building. Even though it's mostly computer graphics, it doesn't feel like computer graphics, and that's really all you could possibly ask for. It's a dystopian world. It's a sci-fi movie. Rosa Salazar. I had to remember her names for a second. I almost said Rosa somebody else. Rosa Salazar, all right, was fantastic in this role. Unfortunately, she's mostly CGI'd, but the motion capture, you can see her acting underneath this computerized face that's over top of this actress, and she did an absolutely fantastic job. One thing that's really amazing is whenever a teenage actor or actress can come off as being charming and somebody that you want to see succeed, somebody that you care about. So when the stakes are high, you care about this actress. I mean, she did an absolutely amazing job. Christoph Waltz was awesome in this movie. I think that her and Christoph Waltz had really good chemistry. I really enjoyed that a lot. Let's talk a little about Mahershala Ali. He's really cool. But the thing is every time I looked at Mahershala Ali in this movie, all I could think of is Blade. He's totally Blade. Could you not see this guy as Blade? I mean, his costume even looks like Blade. If this guy played Blade in a movie, I'd be all over it. Honestly, I that role belongs to Wesley Snipes, but Mahershala Ali just came off like Blade to me. I can't help it. He was good. He was a good villain. I enjoyed him. I enjoyed most of the villains in this movie. Not all of them you see right away, which is nice. I like that little twist. But without spoiling too much, there was an action scene that involved rollerball, or what they call rollerball, and that's probably I've seen that done in movies like Rollerball, and but I enjoyed this version of Rollerball more than any other version of that sport that I've seen in a science fiction movie. I thought it was really exciting. The thing I like about this girl is that you don't necessarily know everything about her. That makes her a lot more interesting. I know that a lot of people have complained about the romance and that they actually didn't buy into it. I didn't have a problem with it. I thought it was very sweet and touching. I didn't dislike the romantic interest at all. I was perfectly understandable. I thought it unfolded naturally. It was very sweet. This movie goes from charming to action packed to funny to charming back to action packed. Gotta admit, there were some spots in this movie where I was laughing, spots where I almost teared up a little bit because it was just so damn charming. And then by the end of this movie, I wanted to jump up and say, "Yeah, go Alita!" So yeah, really enjoyed it. Glad you guys talked me into going and seeing this movie. Right now, if I had to rate this movie on my cheese curd scale, which if you don't read our website at RaidersOfLostFlicks.com, I grade everything on a cheese curd scale. Why do I pick cheese curds? Because. Fuck you, that's why. Cheese curds is what I use. So I would say 4 out of 5 cheese curds. No, I'm just kidding. Cheese curds is in most of the time on Raiders Lost Flicks. We reviews cheesy movies. Alita would be a little high profile for the website, but I think I'm going to put it up there anyway because I personally feel like critics were just totally unfair with this movie. And if you check the Rotten Tomatoes, you see the audience score is infinitely higher than the critic score. And I feel like people really missed out on a good time. And that could be due to some of the marketing, because I remembered when I made my "Hey, convince me to go see it" video, one of my complaints was that it looked like another movie. It looked like Ready Player One. They didn't really... I didn't really understand what was going on in the trailers, and that might be the fault of the trailer. Maybe it didn't immediately win me over, but the movie definitely won me over. I wish I would have seen it sooner. I might have seen it multiple times, but I went today to be part of the Alita Challenge, and the only unfortunate thing is, I went to the earliest show because I didn't want to get caught up in traffic or be in a movie theater with a lot of people that make a lot of noise, because I've had that problem in the past, and I don't like being in movie theaters where people make a lot of noise and are disruptive. So I went to the very first show, which was around 11 o'clock. The theater was just me and one other guy sitting in the back, and that's it. So hopefully this changes by the end of the weekend. Hopefully more people go out and support this movie so that we do get a sequel, because I'm extremely interested to see where this goes. I'm with this character. In fact, I made a trip to a comic book store on the way home and stopped in to pick up the manga. Yeah, me, Groovinator. I was going to buy a manga because I like this movie that much. Who knew, right? So naturally they didn't have it, and I think maybe the people in the comic book store might have been a little irritated with me because I kind of overheard them talking about their plans to go see Captain Marvel, and I didn't say anything about it. I wasn't trying to stir up any problems in a store, but they might have thought that maybe I was one of those guys. So talk about lost opportunity. Had this store had that comic book in stock, I probably would have bought it, but they didn't, so I left empty-handed again. That's the second time I've been to this comic book store and not bought a single one thing. So sad but true. That's just the way things unfold. I would have thought that maybe they would have loaded up on this one because people would have liked the movie, but they lost out on that opportunity. So yeah, definitely see Alita: Battle Angel. I think it's a wonderful time for pretty much anybody. It is a PG-13 movie. It does have some violence, but it's not so over the top that I don't think, somebody that's maybe over 10 couldn't handle it. You know what I mean? We see worse things on TV. So, yeah, definitely it's a good single movie. It's a good family movie. It could be a good date movie. Lots of things going on in this movie. Absolutely loved it. Looking forward to more of it. Thank you so much, guys and gals, for suggesting me to go see this movie. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. It has blown up over the last couple days here. I absolutely love all of the feedback and comments that I've gotten. I hope that I provide you with a lot more entertainment going in the future. This is all for now. You guys have yourselves a groovy day. This is a Groovinator signing out. Peace.